Hey, everybody, and welcome into Casual Relief. We are back. It's been a minute. My name is Ben, joined as always with Michael and Matt. We are now on our own. We feel like the bird that's been pushed out of the nest, out of the owl's nest. Oh, there you go. We are now officially on our own feed and our own page. So obviously, if you're listening to this, you had to search for us to find us and to get here. So we appreciate you for tuning in and listening. But we are now on our own. This is us on Apple and Spotify for right now. We're still working out some of the kinks for those other podcasting platforms. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's been a minute. I will kick it over to you guys. How have you guys been?
I've been good. Busy with work. Short 4-day week this week for myself and Michael. We're gonna head up north and play some frisbee at an event that I host. I kind of talked about on this show a couple shows ago, or the last show probably that I was on. It's even been a hotter minute for me since I've been on.
Well, you were put in timeout.
Yeah, that's right. I was put in timeout. Well deserved. It was a long timeout, and then somehow we all got put on timeout. It was crazy stuff.
We've been on timeout.
Yeah.
No,
Michael?
I'm doing good, man. I don't have anything really clever to say, sadly, which is sad.
Everybody just kind of feels like drained. Like I feel like that was just kind of the week for all of us.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like you guys are definitely pumped and ready to go for a good disc golf weekend with some buddies. We'll get into that.
The weather.
Oh my
decided
gosh.
to go from just like promise of rain and cold to like sunny and 70.
Yeah,
just
posted it in our
just
group.
like that.
Posted in our group on Sunday. It was supposed to rain all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then all day Sunday morning. We're exactly when our first round was going to be. Looked yesterday, sunshiny, 70s, mid 60s, perfect disc golf weather. It looks like for the second year in a row we're gonna luck out in the beginning of spring here. So actually, it's probably mid
sure come back to that.
Is it mid spring now? Or late winter for us here.
We're in summer one because it's 88 right now.
Yeah, summer one.
It's in summer one. But we'll get into your event in a little bit just to give a show preview kind of tonight. We're gonna just kind of talk about some sanctioned events, some unsanctioned events, what we like and what we don't like, just kind of debrief about some of the events and some other stuff going on up here. And then as always we'll do buy or sell. And then, we'll just kind of wrap it up for the night. We're back. We'll kind of ease back into some things. It's been a quiet in the disc golf world. So, like, I know we don't do current events, but nobody's said anything for us to really talk about. There's just kind of not a whole lot going on. I mean, depending on when you're listening to this, there was a break in the Pro Tour. So literally people are just driving around doing a whole lot of insane and doing nothing. So really nothing for us to even kind of find something to kind of pick apart. But hey, we digress. That's just kind of, it is what it is. But you guys recently played a sanctioned event. How did that go for you guys?
Really good.
Clash at the Creek. Yeah, that was a good event. I played okay. Great first round, mess second round. Wind is my kryptonite, as it will always be. I can play in the rain, I can play in whatever other weather other than wind. So wind just killed me. Finished in the cash though, so that was good. Love that.
Booyah. Yeah, decent first round, stayed safe, didn't take big numbers, didn't take too many birdies either, but stayed in a good area to contend. Not really actually. I was down by 6 strokes going into the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, but
we're gonna put a pin in that for a second.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in that. But so down 6 strokes, and then I made up 3 strokes to take second place, tied with one of the best players in the area. So we're good there.
Is it officially
that's not displayed? So thank you for that.
Is it officially a cast streak now for Michael?
Which is like just to the left of me. So
is it officially a cast streak now? Michael, you started a cash
is a
streak.
cash streak.
Yeah, two's a cash streak,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, it's a streak now.
Yeah.
You got your own cash streak. Congrats.
Got a cash streak. Come on, Nate Sexton, let's go. I'm
You
coming
got
for
about
that.
you got about 20 years to.
Yeah, and a considerable more amount of cash than what I had earned there. So, yeah, but no, it was a great event. Battled the elements, which is always fun.
We're gonna come back to that pin. You were down 6 strokes, but the guy that was winning had one of the most incredible rounds I've ever seen at that course.
In some of the worst.
Were you on that card?
No,
Okay.
I was not. I wish I was. Oh
yeah.
my goodness, I wish I was.
He shot a 1052 rated round. And it was like, if you haven't played Pamperin Park before, for those listening, Pamperin Park is so tight and so technical, and then you add in rain, and it's like that annoying rain, not like the torrential downpour where like we were going to call it, but just annoying enough to, have to just deal with it. And just absolutely just incredible. Didn't see any of it. Obviously, I was at Tournament Central as the tournament director, but like the people that I remember that were on that card just said like just could do no wrong and just was putting his butt off.
Did you talk to him at all afterwards? Did we find out if that was his best round he's ever played in, or what?
I can't imagine, like, 1052 is some amazing golf. Like, I would be surprised if it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure I would cut off a toe to shoot just a 1050 rated round.
Clip it.
I would.
Yeah, clip that.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, I would do things for a 1050 rated round in a tournament.
Yeah.
Because he just like, sorry, Michael, this might hurt a little bit, but like, he gave himself such a cushion
it didn't
that
matter.
he could do no.
No, it didn't matter.
He could
what
do
he did in the
no.
second
He could
round.
do no wrong in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, question for you guys: would you rather play a final round with a stroke advantage, or have to make up strokes? So, like, would you rather play with like a 2-stroke deficit or a 2-stroke advantage?
So I need more. I need more quick. What card am I on? What place am I in?
You're in lead card. You're chasing the win.
Okay.
I think I'm taking the 2 up. Like, I think like a lot of the pros would prefer 2 down, so they don't have the pressure. But if you play your games, and like especially at the courses that we play around here and have tournaments, like if you play your game and you're pretty consistent, you're not going to lose that. Worst case, you're probably going into a playoff, but unless somebody shoots absolute fire, I feel like you don't have to be as aggressive, and then the people who are behind you are being more aggressive to try to catch up and making mistakes and doing those kind of things. So I can say that I have 1 win with a 3-stroke advantage and then 1 loss with a 3-stroke advantage. So I've been on both sides. I definitely prefer the lead rather than the chase, because I've chased a lot more.
I can say that I've been on the chase before. I've been down 3 and on the lead card in the second round, and it's one of those things where I can now say that I would rather have the lead because all that guy did was just do match play.
Fair, yeah.
Like that's all he did, and just just did what he needed to do to close. So I think that's exactly what I would take, is just, what you got to do. Like, that's just all it really is, I mean, yeah, there's more pressure, but at the same time, you're right there and you've done what you needed to do. So like, that's why I would take it. But
yeah, you did all the work already. Why waste it? Like, you're there.
But you still have to play. You still have to play consistently. You still have to play you still have to play good golf. Like, those folks behind you are not gonna be content with just giving you the lead because you've got it in the first round and you played a hot round. So a lot of people in MPO fought back at that Pinecrest round and really had some really hot rounds out there to try to catch up. So one or two more mistakes out of that winner, and it would have been anybody's game.
I mean, if I would have made my putts and not messed around, not that I messed around, but I made some silly mistakes in the second round. If I would have cut down my mistakes by half, I would have probably tied him. But
would you say that they were more disc selection or angle control or just
Angle
kind
control.
of rushing?
Angle control. So I lost 2 strokes on the island hole alone, purely because I threw my zone flat instead of with hyzer. If I would have thrown it with hyzer, I would have had the height to make at Pinecrest.
Pinecrest? Okay.
Yeah, Island of Pinecrest. If I would have thrown it with hyzer, I would have been able to make it onto the island. But since I threw it flat, I got a little bit of turn on it because of the wind, and then it took it off to the left, and then I couldn't fade back in time to get into the circle. So that was 2 strokes right there.
Yeah. Matt, how did you? I mean, I knew you were in the mix. You were in the cash line. What are your kind of big takeaways from your play? We knew Michael. Michael played extremely well.
Yeah.
Took second. So like, I mean, now he just kind of knows like it's, I'll just kind of paraphrase him quick. It's just, don't rush things and kind of, take your time and make sure you're taking care of take care of your angles and that. What were your kind of big takeaways from the event?
I mean, for me, it's just the confidence level of things. I've been playing some really good golf going into the event. Even coming out of the event, I've been playing really good golf. Some of the best I've played. Me and my roommate were talking about it. Michael and I have talked about it. I think it's almost some of the best golf I've ever played. And because I don't have that power, I'm a little bit more controlled in some of the shots that I have. My putting is a lot better than it's ever been. I just took out of there a lot of confidence. I finished way above my rating, in the first round, and way below, kind of not way below, but slightly below my rating in the second round, because of wind. So, and that's just as I learn my bag a little bit more, as I start to get more confident with the putts and get outside and practice in the wind, that stuff will change, and I'll gain even more confidence. So really it was just confidence, knowing that I can fight and compete. I mean, I was on lead card, to going into the second round and dropped a couple places, but just knowing that I can be there, that I can still hang, even in MA1, and just playing some of the best golf I've ever played.
Okay. You just made it sound like you're like retiring, like you're 55 years old. You're just like, oh, I can still hang.
Oh, I mean, I can still. I should rephrase.
You're still in the mix at every event.
I can still hang
shoulder surgery.
Post shoulder surgery, I was really worried last year after I came out of my shoulder surgery that I'm never gonna have the power. I'm gonna drop to about 900. I was gonna drop a significant amount, and on that teeter totter of if I want to play MA1 or MA2. So was worried that I just wouldn't be the same golfer, and coming. The tournament gave me a lot of confidence, and the way I've been playing gave me a lot of confidence to know that, I can still play really good golf even after shoulder surgery, and I'm only getting better. I am aging like a fine wine.
That's better.
Hey, there's no shame. There's no shame in being under 900. Some of us have to be at 865, and why not me?
Somebody has to be.
Somebody has to be, and it's got to be. If it's going to be me, it's going to be me in our group of our squad. Some, like Joel Damon said, somebody's got to be the 70th best golfer in the world. Why not him? Someone's got to be like the.
I don't listen or follow a lot of golf, but that was the one thing I did see, and I was like, yes, love it.
Yeah, I have no, I'm one of the most self-deprecating disc golfers ever, and I just have no shame in my ability. I don't know. I'm a weird disc golfer in the sense of just when I go to other courses that I don't play regularly, I shine and I beat the people that I play with regularly that dust me at our local tracks, and I think it's just because I don't know. It's just different.
There's something.
I just attack it differently. It's just I think it's just a mental thing where it's oh, I know what I should do here. So it's just but where I'm going with this is that what I wanted to say is that I think, for definitely you and I would say we would both agree that we don't have, Matt, you and I don't have very big max distance.
Oh yeah,
I just
100%.
don't. I'm not a big guy to begin with,
Yeah.
and with you with your shoulder surgery, so I really like the two court.
All right, thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
What a showrunner.
I'm gonna finish my thought now. Thank you. The two courses that we played I think are very good equalizers, especially in the weather.
Yeah.
That some of them do require some to be able to throw the disc with some length, at Pinecrest, but they both require you to hit lines. And we did see that some of our very good players across all divisions that are very good did struggle at some points through there. And then, I thought like there was a nice bell curve as seeing the scores kind of come in. So I thought it was a good event in terms of how competition went. I thought, the scores, I thought there were some very good and respectable scores. And I saw a lot of people saying that they got, decent ratings bump as far as everything goes. So, I'm happy with that. I'm glad people had a good time in that sense.
Speaking of ratings, did you guys get any bumps this past ratings update?
Yeah, I got a 45-point drop.
Oh, ooh.
No,
I was gonna say, holy moly.
I haven't played an event, but we'll get into it. It feels like I got a 45 point drop.
Yeah.
We'll kind of talk about that here in a second. But did you guys get anything? I know ratings came out on Tuesday.
I went down. I went down 4. I started hot for what weird reason. I started hot last year, coming out of my shoulder surgery, super fresh. Didn't really throw frisbees, so I came out really hot. Played way above my rating last year. Those fell off, and I ended the year last year very poorly. So, kind of equaling out there. So, 4-point decrease, but that's going to go up as the year goes on. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. I got a 2-point increase. 2 points.
Boy.
That's it. But I broke 970, which was a big step for me, milestone for me. I haven't been over 970 at all in 5 years of playing, so super excited.
Nice. Sick, dude.
Must be nice.
Feels good.
I've never been over 970 either, so congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll kind of just wrap it up about Clash at the Creek, and we'll kind of talk about it. I guess if you tuned into Night Owls, you kind of got a little bit of the gist of it. But just to kind of wrap it up, you live and you learn. I would say that this area of where we live is very accustomed to having very high AM payouts. And there's I want to preface this by saying that there's really no right or wrong way to do it. There is in the eyes of the PDGA in terms of like, did you submit your event report correctly? Like, are you doing everything that's within the rules, right? That's very black and white. But in terms of how you structure your event with payouts and everything, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So we went with a higher value players pack. And then because of some operational costs, the payout just took a decrease. And, it was just, we got some feedback that that's not what people wanted. They wanted, the higher payout. And, there were just some other things that were just kind of beyond my control. Just one of them being like the course rental and the greens fees. And then the other one being, we had a baseball ticket voucher in the players pack, and the team, when they printed them, were not printing their tickets yet for the 2023 season. So the software program still had 2022 on it when the tickets were printed. So people thought that they were expired, and then we took some heat from that, but we rectified all these things. So it is just kind of a bummer that people felt differently. Not that, I mean, you're okay, you're open to your opinion, and you're entitled to that. And it was just a bummer of just kind of the way it went down. I wish people would have just kind of like talked to me and just kind of let me explain myself instead of just kind of making this a big ordeal. that's just kind of how I felt. I think I've kind of just said my piece, and I've kind of made my peace with how the event went. So I'm just kind of going to turn it over to you guys and just kind of hear your thoughts, kind of wrapping up our thoughts on sanctioned tournaments. Michael wasn't obviously an AM. Matt, you're still an AM. Kind of your thoughts on how the secondary factors of this went. Like we talked about the tournament or the competition, and now kind of just talking about these other things.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to what our very first show or second show where we talked about, what do you prefer in your players packs for AM, like your AM events or your, those kind of things. And we had very differing opinions of what we wanted, which just further cements that everybody has something different. Everybody wants something different. Even since we talked about it the first time, I've cemented my bag, and now I'm not really looking for, I'm just really looking for backups rather than, discs. And everybody has their own thing, and that's fine. That's cool. My favorite part about the tournament was not having to drive an hour and a half to go play somewhere else and do the.
That was worth.
And that was worth
anything.
Every penny that I spent was to finally have an event in Green Bay that I could just drive 20 minutes to and really just then go home, drive 20 minutes, and then just veg for the rest of the day. I didn't have to pack up my car, drive an hour and a half, get out of my car, fall over because I'm cramped up. I get out of my car, I can go to bed, I can do whatever I want, really. So that to me was more valuable than anything I either got in a player pack or, AM payout or anything like that. So, kudos to you for what you did.
Thank you.
I run an event, which I'm sure we'll talk about here shortly, but it doesn't have the, near the amount of people in it. And it's an unsanctioned event too, so I don't have to deal with a lot of that other stuff too. So, kudos to you. And I know you put a lot of work into it. I know, Shane helped you out a little bit too, and, did some stuff for it too. And it's not easy to run any type of event, no matter what you do, the logistics, the go behinds and all those kind of things. So thank you for doing it for us, and really looking at hopefully getting one back next year and doing as much as we can to get what the people want, quote unquote. So
yeah, we learned a lot.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to.
I learned a lot.
Every year that you host an event, you're going to learn something, and then you're going to take it the next step, and it's going to be one step better. I mean, you can't tell me that Maple Hill and its MVP Open or what it was before, was the best event in the world when it ran its first year. These events have some prestige. They have some, they have some trial and error, and that's what makes them the best events. So, and even as a younger TD, I mean, you've hosted some flexes and done stuff like that, but this was really one of your big first, 1 day, 2 round event.
It was the first big tournament I've ever done, and it was one of the largest undertakings that I've ever done just in my entire life, just in terms of just planning and taking on something. So you're gonna learn a lot just in general about yourself, about how to run events in general, and that just escalates into the more events you run and the years that you run them. So I'm stoked. I think I did so. Obviously, this is just a side hustle for me, and I still have my full-time gig. I think I did the math. So the event was sanctioned with the PDGA in December, right before Christmas, and I think I estimated that I probably put in about 125 hours of just work between the sanctioning and then the event itself. So
yeah, not easy.
Labor of love.
Not easy. Sure. A lot of people, they go to an event, they spend a day there, and they're either happy or upset. They don't realize all the behind the scenes work, not only your time spent, but all the volunteers that, helped you set things up or cleaned up courses or, came at 6 o'clock in the morning to help set up things beforehand and stayed until,
Thank you guys.
6 p.m. after, or, however late we stayed to help tear it down and do all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot more behind the scenes that, I think people should, people don't realize, and they don't realize until they start running events and start volunteering at events. So that's my piece.
I don't have any more to add. I don't have any more to add. I'd say my final takeaways were, and this is kind of not just disc golf in general. This is life in general. My advice to people is just ask questions. Be curious. Don't assume things because you think you know things. if you ask questions, you're gonna get answers, and they may not be the answers that you want, but they're answers, and then you're not guessing. You know for a fact that this was what needed to happen. Like, for this event to happen, these things needed to happen. So,
Yeah.
ask questions and don't settle.
I just want to take the opportunity right now to thank our number one fan of the show, and he genuinely is our number one fan, and he's our state coordinator, Mike Harrington. I know he's going to listen to this, but he is. He messages me when he listens to the show. So I just want to thank him. He definitely was supporting me in this endeavor after the fact. He had my back, and then we just kind of talked through a lot of things, gave me some really, really awesome advice. So, Mike, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Definitely has my vote. He's running again for state coordinator, so I definitely will be supporting him in that. So thank you again, Mike. I know we have a correction from our episode, Michael, when Matt was on timeout. Mike had wanted me to mention his collections. So I'm pulling up his message right now. While he's doing that, I know that he had mentioned that his new collection, well, not his new collection, but one of the things he's really focused on right now is he is doing cards. Like, he's got collections going with cards, like the Pro Tour cards. So he said, my disc collection is smaller than you might think. It's mostly Innova Proto Stars, about 150 unique molds with stamps. Mike, that's still a big collection.
Massive.
Plus anything that was gifted to him from manufacturers, other players, people he's visited, or just he bought to support courses he traveled to. He also has a Paul Macbeth collection of a bunch of his discs from Innova and now Discraft. And now if you ask what's in the vault, ellipses, that's not really my collection, but my investments into special or rare discs, and that's probably 3,500 discs still in his vault. Mike, come on. I don't want to hear that. It's smaller than you might think.
No, yeah.
And he said, I'm hoping to shrink that a lot this year, if possible, but before I move before he moves some stuff around.
Shop, yeah.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm out of the Milwaukee area, I don't hear all the rumblings anymore.
Matt, you were looking around like, okay, just think. Mike just said 150 unique molds.
Oh, unique. Yeah, I was going to say, like, molds, yeah.
Where you have a bunch of random things.
Yeah, not anymore, though. Not anymore.
Offloaded on DoorDash.
I want to have Mike on eventually, so he can tell us about what's going on with his store and with everything else. His course count is at 1,478. That's the big collection.
Is that second place, just behind Avery, or is that's got to be up there?
Mike,
we need the confirmation. We need the confirmation, Mike.
But be sure to also check him out on YouTube. I will try and drop, when I edit this, I'll try and drop his something either in the bio or somewhere, so you can go check him out. But he's doing YouTube content.
One of us will be
his
right.
Trading card collection. Yeah, somewhere. One of us has it. It's gonna be somewhere. Either it's down or somewhere. Either way. Shout out to Mike. So go check out his channel for sure. I've seen some of his stuff like on his socials that he's got going on, and I've also seen like the autograph stuff on his page. And there's definitely some cool disc golf trading cards out there.
Nice.
So very excited for the stuff that Mike's got going on. Mike's a busy guy. He runs his shop. He's got his YouTube channel. He's got his vault. The shop's moving, which I didn't really even know about.
He's got his landscaping business.
Yeah, and then the last rumblings I heard in some Facebook groups, he's also designing some other courses in some locations to be named later. So
he's been pushing hard to get a permanent golf course, disc golf on a permanent course there. So he's been pushing hard for it.
Yeah,
be unique. That's what we really need.
Mike, this is just our shameless plug again. Please come on. We'll pick a time. We'll pick a date. We'll come. We want to have you.
We normally record on the same day every week, but we would work.
We'll make an exception for you.
Yes, absolutely, Mike.
So
agreed.
Mike, wrapping it up, thank you for all your work that you do for disc golf. Thank you for your support of not only me and our show, and we look forward to chatting with you at some point. Transitioning over, big weekend for you fellas. I was invited, so like I just had some other stuff going on. Otherwise, I would be there. But Matt and Michael, tell us about what's going on for your second Sandy Slayers.
Sandy Slayers, yeah. Ben, you'll yell at me for this, but the title of it is second annual Sandy Slayers. You don't like it? We didn't meet.
I don't like first annual.
Oh,
first
yeah,
annual
that's
is my
right.
biggest
First
pet
annual.
peeve of all.
It's inaugural,
Yeah,
then
that's
you
right.
can go to second.
Then you can go to second annual. But yeah, so I guess by the time you listen to this, we'll be already completed, and I will own this beautiful blue number 1 tag here.
I don't think
No,
so,
you won't.
sir.
I didn't vote for you.
I don't think
It'll
so,
be great.
sir.
But yeah, we go up. We went up on Friday, and just to do some practice rounds, get some bomb dinner, local fish fry up there. As a big group, we're gonna have about I think 15 confirmed, 16 possibly, which will be great.
And one in spirit checking live scores.
One in spirit. Yep. Yeah, you can check out the live scores on UDisc. They'll be kind of crazy, so it's an unsanctioned event. So we're doing scoring a little bit different. First round singles start at 8 a.m. We rent out the big cabin off the lake at Sandy Point. And then we just have one of the other cabins, one of the smaller cabins to kind of, one of the other gentlemen that came with us rented his own cabin, and he's letting some people go in there. So that's good on him. But yeah, we'll start right away at 8 a.m. First round is singles. And then we're doing it like, the best way I can put it is like Mario Kart style, like points. So like depending on how you finish, you get a certain amount of points. And then your second round doubles is based on your scores from the first round and your placement in the first round. So then like the first place person will get paired with the 16th place person, second with 15, so on and so forth until we're all evened out. And then you get, again, points based on how you finish in that. And then third round in the morning on Sunday. Same, it goes back to singles. Winner take all, point style. Same thing there. Person with the most points, again, gets this beautiful number 1 tag. I'm blanking on my mom's business name, but my mom made these for us. She's made them the last couple of years, and she does a really good job with them. She also made us custom syndicate merch. So we got hats, towels, all that fun stuff, some good swag in a player's pack, for folks, and just to get some of the swag out there. And should be the weather, again, we mentioned earlier, weather is going to be fantastic compared to what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to rain all weekend. Now it's going to be sunshine and just gorgeous. So really looking forward to it. Really this year was much easier to get set up and run compared to last year. Last year I did it a lot myself. This year I had Michael and Logan, one of our buddies, the treasurer of our club, really take a lot of the work too. And help plan out a lot of the stuff. So now I can kind of focus more on the tournament side of things, and he gets they can focus on some of the logistical side of things. So great fun,
really
good
what
fun.
It comes down to at the end of it all, it's just playing some disc golf with friends, getting a rip on each other. It's classic. Just
your event is just Champions Cup version 1.
It's true. But we're not doing match play.
No match play though. Yeah.
Although match play would be fun to
It would be. I feel like it would be hard logistically with 16 people. Like it would be like a match play style tournament, but it would be interesting.
You do. You should do that. And then you just should play for year 3. You should just do a match play, but it's a 3-hole match play bracket.
Oh, interesting.
So you do 3 holes. You do 3 holes, and then like as a foursome, right? So then like you would have like the foursome, and then they would go, and then like so they'd play 3 holes, so like 1 through 3, and then the 2 winners would play 4, 5, and 6.
I like
exciting.
it. I like
What
it.
I didn't mention either is it's not three rounds of 18. It's 3 rounds of 29. So it's a long weekend of disc golf. Like plenty of
Lots of
holes
shots.
being played. Lots of
Better bring the Bengay, fellas.
yeah.
Bring the ice
So,
packs.
I bring the ice packs, bye. So, no. So yeah, good time.
it's-
Just a lot of good time hanging with people. We go all across the state. So I think the most southern is Kenosha. We've got coming up. Shout out Angel. And we've got some guys that are only an hour away from the course there. Madison, Merrill. Yep. Stevens Point, I think, is another one. We got one guy coming from there. So most of us are coming from Green Bay.
Stevens Point disc golf.
I think at least 50% of us are coming from Green Bay, Appleton area.
Probably.
So, but no, just a lot. I guess gives us a good chance to really kick off the season and with our club and just get to see each other again and hang out and play some cribbage.
Lots of cribbage.
I'm a euchre guy.
Fair.
Euchre. I
Euchre's
don't think I've ever
just
played
as fun.
euchre.
I'm a euchre guy. Euchre's fun. If you can play sheep's head, you can play euchre, and if you can play euchre, you can play sheep's head. They're very kind of similar.
Matt hasn't played either.
Cribbage? I played cribbage.
Sheep's head.
Oh, sheep's head. Nope, either. Sorry. I was stuck in cribbage.
Like sheep's head and euchre are just so quintessential in Wisconsin. I saw a TikTok. Somebody the other day said, "My friends invited me to go to Culver's for a concrete mixer and play euchre." That is the most Wisconsin sentence I've said in my entire life.
That is awesome.
I could go for a concrete mixer right now. No free ads.
Dude, over the winter they had a frozen hot chocolate concrete mixer at Culver's, and it was
That's game
may have
changing.
been one of the best ice cream treats I've ever had. It was
Ooh,
so good.
what is your favorite ice cream treat?
I'm gonna go classic. I'm gonna go Dairy Queen Dilly Bar.
Yeah.
What flavor?
Oh, I'm
No,
OG chocolate. I'm
Don't
OG
say-
chocolate.
Don't say,
I'm OG.
God, you're boring.
Yeah, that's my whole life, dude. You know this. Oh, I also want to clarify. Ben and I and a couple other people went out for pho the other day. Again, fantastic. And I was not as rude this time. So you're welcome.
No, he was.
I was a
he
good
was
boy.
Quite great.
I was the goodest boy.
He was quite great.
Oh.
And he came up to me and he goes, "This was really good." And I looked at him and I was like, "Yeah, because you dialed in your bowl now of like what you want to add, like your how many sprouts, the little line, like you dialed it in now. So like now
Did you get the
he's
P1
golden."
or the P2?
I did go down to the P1 this time. Didn't want to waste anything this time. I felt like I wasted it last time.
Oh, I don't be wasting things there.
Right, that's
We
why I went
did-
down.
We made a cardinal mistake, but it was on our friends the Schicks. Juliana just casually ran a half marathon and then came up to Green Bay. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
She ran a half marathon in the morning and then came up and then had pho with us to get ready for her reptile show. Another conversation. I faced some fears and held a snake.
I saw that. I almost cried for you.
A little ball python.
Yeah, insane. But where I'm going with this is that we made a cardinal mistake of the pho lodge and we went too late and Po and Va were out of egg rolls.
They did have 2 left,
So
and we wasted it on the children's palettes.
well, no, they took one bite and then they took one bite and then Juliana goes, "I'm not wasting it on their palates," and then she had them herself, and I was like, "This is the smart move. I can come back here a lot and get these egg rolls. You are 2.5 hours away."
Yeah.
That's great.
But anyway,
But yeah, so
ice cream treat.
Ice cream treat.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta do your ice cream track. Maybe we should probably get back to disc golf at some point.
No, dude.
We
no.
will. We'll get there. It's okay. You got to have a rant every now and then. On the episode of Night Owls, the most recent one, we were talking about Sour Patch Kids. It's all good. It just happens. It's a podcast. You can't expect to be on.
Goodness.
Ice cream treat, man. Michael, you go. I got to think of.
I'm so. Are pops okay? Pops are popsicles?
No.
No popsicles.
No, popsicles aren't ice cream. You said ice. You specifically said ice cream treat, not
okay.
frozen
Okay.
treat.
Yep.
Okay, frozen treat. Different story. Could also be there. I'm in between a chocolate ice cream sandwich or the M&M ice cream sandwich. The M&M cookie ice cream sandwich,
Okay.
so good. I think it's an M&M ice cream cookie sandwich.
I like the cookie dough ones. The cookie dough ones are really good.
Ooh, yeah.
I think Kemp's makes them. I used to be a frozen food and dairy manager, so I'd walk up and down those ice cream aisles all the time.
Oh, dude. I will. Yeah, the place you worked where we are definitely not giving any ads.
No free ads.
No free ads for them.
No.
They do have a really nice ice cream.
It's a very robust
selection.
ice cream selection, but no free ads. You got to figure it out yourself.
For real.
Okay, so I do know what I'm going with, but I'm going to give some honorable mentions here. Honorable mention: Tillamook Monster Cookie.
Yes.
Tillamook in general,
That's a good one.
So
Tillamook
smooth.
is
Yeah.
so good.
Tillamook's good. I would be remiss if I didn't say the Choco Taco. Blessings up to the sky
too
for
soon.
a Choco
Too soon.
Taco. But my favorite ice cream treat is a Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think I've ever had one. If I did, it was a long time ago.
Those chocolate crumbles.
I gotta go.
Those
I gotta
chocolate
go.
crumblies.
This guy out here telling me he's never had.
I
Yeah,
like-
the crumbles with the fudge
The
on the inside.
Oh, that
in the
sounds
middle? Oh
really
my
good. I've had like a
goodness.
general ice cream cake, but not like a Dairy Queen one, I think.
You should.
Mom,
They're
if you
so
listen,
good.
call me. Let me know.
I really can't
Oh my
believe that you
goodness! I'm
haven't had one of
texting
those
everybody
before.
I know right now. Okay,
Wowzers.
well,
Oh, sorry, I ruined the mood of the podcast. Rip.
no, I'm just thinking right now that you guys are way too far away from civilization this weekend to get a Dairy Queen.
There might,
Oh,
there
there's.
might be.
I think
a Dairy
there
Queen
is
ice cream
definitely
cake.
more Dairy Queens up north than you think there is. Like, we could just drive through Merrill and grab one.
That's true.
Someone get this man an ice
Minocqua
cream
might
cake.
even have one too.
No, I think the Monaco one actually
I don't
closed
know,
down.
Someone
no.
text Adam Hammis.
Used to be on that downtown strip.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
But, so going back to disc golf and events, do you guys prefer unsanctioned events or do you prefer sanctioned events?
Ooh.
I prefer, so it's just kind of twofold. I prefer sanctioned events just because I think they're standardized for a reason.
Yeah.
There's just like they flow just so much better. Like half the time with unsanctioned events, it obviously depends on the person, right? Like I'm not lumping you into this, but I'm saying like with an unsanctioned event, the TDs are usually unsanctioning them for reasons that are not just because they're doubles. Like you play every doubles is an unsanctioned event, but most of the time good doubles events are run by people who run sanctioned events.
Yeah, right.
Most of the time, any unsanctioned event I've played is just kind of been a gong show, and it's just kind of been like no structure or standards, and it's just kind of been like, whatever happens, and like that's the end of that, and it's just like just a weird position to be in because it's just like, well, I paid this guy this money. There's no expectation for me to get anything back out of it, so it's just like that's my reason for it.
Yeah, I think that the only way I would play an unsanctioned event, if it was, toot my own horn, if it was something like what we were doing, or like I got to go play for free, like we're doing later as if you're part of the club, like of the year. But it just is one of those things where, like, if it's a unique, specific event, like that's unique to this event and this event only, I'll play an unsanctioned event, sure. But yeah, I think I'm normally leaning towards sanctioned because, like you said, I know what I'm going to get generally, out of a sanctioned event. There's some expectation involved there.
I will say the other thing though, quick, is that your event, while unsanctioned, it's also like kind of invite only. Like it's not like open to everybody.
We've really tried this year. We really tried to push, and like our group ballooned from I think it was like 25 people last year at max to almost 50 now. So we're double, and But yeah, we're getting there. But it's more exclusive.
On the disc golf scene, right?
Right. Yeah. We have to make arrangements. We were making arrangements before we even left last year for this year already to try to rent cabins and do stuff like that. So it definitely takes a lot of logistical planning just for the lodging.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a little bit more exclusive. I mean, like it's 16 people, max this year. Like, where at a sanctioned event you could get unsanctioned, like sanctioned or unsanctioned, 72. 18 times whatever, times 4. I don't know, math is hard, but just a decent amount of people. You can get a decent amount of people on a course if you don't have to worry about lodging and everything for them too.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So I'll echo same thing for sanctioned events. Like I love playing sanctioned events. I love the competitiveness of sanctioned events. Not saying that unsanctioned events aren't competitive, but
the competition level. The competition level is lower, I would think.
Yeah,
your field
but the competition level of like knowing that like, hey, this, not that ratings really matter, but like my progress is being tracked over time through these sanctioned events, and I think that that's just so much fun to participate in. While I say that my favorite event of the year happens every year, called Overthrowing Camelot. Shout out Mike. Again, one of the biggest double events in the state, and you rent out golf. You have the golf carts on the golf course.
You want to be partners?
I already have.
Nah, him and Bruce. They planned it out. Like Bruce. I'm pretty sure Bruce is under contract for the next 10 years. Yeah. As long as Michael's still playing,
you and me?
Let's do it. If I can drop down a division and do it, Mike, give us the waiver. I generally go with Nick. So Nick will be real sad.
Buddy, I bring our rating down. It's all good.
Nice. Yeah, if it's an average rating, hell, I'll tank the season for it.
It is an average rating.
I like trophies.
Lucas is my forever doubles partner, but that man's schedule is so crazy and so all over the place. When we sign up for doubles events, it's usually 3 days before because Lucas is just he's like, well, it's not so much that he has off, but his social calendar and his family calendar, because his brothers are kind of all over the state and then his wife's family's in another part of the state, and it's just kind of like things just kind of pop up. So he's like, "Yeah, I should be good," and it's like Wednesday, and doubles is either Saturday or Sunday. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, so I guarantee you, if I told Lucas, I was like, "Hey, do you want to play this?" He was like, "I can't commit to that." Right, I don't know.
Yeah, it's in October. I'm not committing to anything, bro. But yeah, Michael and I have that already X'd off in our calendars, and you and Nick will have to fight to the death for my doubles partner.
Ooh.
But she's got a bum knee right now, so you could probably take him.
You know what you could do? You could put the syndicate tags on who's going to be your partner.
That would be fun.
Syndicate tag.
Yeah.
And that was the last you saw of Matt on Casual Relief. If I'm not his partner.
Dang.
Nice having you.
Had to happen. See you later.
Deuces. No, awesome, fun.
Oh,
well, let's wrap it up, fellas. Buy or sell? What do we got?
I'll go first because Michael almost busted mine a few minutes ago. Buy or sell? Do ratings matter?
Oh, I'm buying it. Well, okay. Oh,
you just said they didn't. You just said they didn't matter.
I'm buying it.
So you're reversing. Less than 5 minutes, he's already reverse course.
So here's the thing. It's a made-up system.
Shout out to Chuck Kennedy.
Does it matter? No. Is it fun? Yeah. So I'm gonna buy it because it's fun to track your progress.
I'm holding it. Because if you're a pro, they do not matter. But if you are an AM, they matter. Because they matter so that people don't bag. And they matter so you can track your progress as an amateur when you get better. But if you are a pro, your personal rating does not matter as a pro. Your round ratings, I guess, like I would say that your round ratings matter a little bit more, but we need to fix round ratings.
I'll take it just a step further. Your event average rating matters.
Yeah.
Because that's going to tell you what's going to win an event. Because I mean, weren't we looking at it last year? What it took to win an MA1 event in Wisconsin was like a tour stop in Wisconsin. It took 980 average golf.
Yeah, it was. It might have been even higher than that. It might have even been higher than that.
It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a hot button thing I've heard on podcast, like a specific podcast for the last couple of weeks. So I thought it would be kind of cool to just see what you guys thought about them. One of the points that they made was, if you're playing a tournament at a course you've never played at before, and you say, oh yeah, I shot an 8 down, or I shot a 2 down, like, oh, congrats, dude, you shot a 2 down. But if you go somewhere and you say, hey, I shot a 10-20 round, or hey, I played poorly, I played 850 golf, like, you have that like base-ish rating that everyone
way to communicate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm in the same boat with Ben too. I'm probably holding as well, just to, for the pros, they're just looking to win. They're just looking to get cash. They're looking to do their things. The rating is kind of what, I wouldn't say what got them there. Their play is what got them there. But I think in the future, like, you're going to have your tour cards and all those kind of things, and you're going to have to qualify for tour cards anyway, and your rating isn't necessarily going to matter. Like, it's going to be you qualifying for it. But, rating for, like, AMs, tiered registration, all those kind of things, like, ratings are so important for that feature of things that I don't think they can be ignored by AMs.
Full agree.
Michael, what do you got?
I've been bouncing between a couple, but I'll say it. The hyzer is the most consistent shot, but also one of the hardest shots to learn.
I'm going to sell only because I think a straight shot is the hardest shot to learn. Everything else, I think everything else, like, I think the hyzer is the most consistent shot. Like, you see pros all the time. If they can throw just a basic hyzer over everything or around everything, they're going to do it. They're going to, because it is that consistent play. You can take a disc, you can take an overstable disc, and you can jam on it and just be done with it.
No, I'm talking just like, even, it doesn't matter, like, you just take an overstable disc and jam on it. Of course, great, you got a hyzer. But actually, like, shaping a hyzer, where, like, you take maybe not an understable disc, but you're just like, okay, I can't just dump this shot.
Oh, you're talking like a pushing hyzer, like,
I have to throw this hyzer shot so that I can shape woods, where, like, I can't flip it. I have to keep it on hyzer the entire way.
Okay.
Yeah,
then I'll buy that.
Sorry for that clarification.
Yeah. No, thank you for that clarification.
I'll buy it then.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that
was
like,
needed.
Yeah, that was definitely needed, because like it is a really touchy shot, because like a lot of people are just, again, jamming on a disc, and they'll have some hyzer, they'll start off on hyzer, and then it'll flip up or burn over, or flip up and go straight, or with a little fade at the end. But pushing hyzer is such a hard shot, because you're shaping and you're trying to get that distance too. So yeah, I'll buy.
Sick.
All right, buy or sell. Every disc golfer on tour's personal logo is lame. Actually,
have you seen Corey Ellis's? I like Corey Ellis's a lot. You have to look it up. It's pretty basic, but kind of gives me a little Star Wars kind of vibe to it. Pretty simple, but I've noticed it a couple of times. I really like his.
Oh yes, I've seen this now.
It is
very
it's the
Star
moon
Wars.
Yeah. It's pretty basic. Like, the thing for me is that, like, everybody uses their initials now. Like, and I don't like that. Like, come up with something unique. Like, I love the ones that don't have the initials tied in, and I can't even name one. Like, I know I've seen them, but
the only one
Brody
that
Smith.
I kind of like.
Okay,
Brody
take it back.
This is a
I hate it.
horse.
It's a dark horse.
Brody. That's Brody.
The only initials logo that I like, that I think makes sense, is Anthony Barella's.
Anthony Barella's is sweet.
Oh, because it's like almost
Anthony
the mirrored
Perez-
like one, right? Like where it's like kind of like a.
No, it's a snake. It's a
Oh, did he
snake
change
head.
it?
He's from
Uh-huh.
because he's from Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize he changed it. I thought he just had like the basic like AB thing. But
I'll see if I can find it and show you and send it to you later.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, like his makes sense. But I mean, like overall, I think that everybody's just chasing something with their initials,
I mean,
and
Paul
they're all
Macbeth.
just like,
Paul Macbeth started it, and everybody is.
no,
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't.
oh, it's a snake.
Who started
Yeah,
it then?
that's
Oh.
Tiger Woods.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just glad.
Tiger
I'm just
did
glad
it.
you asked before I
Tiger
did.
it.
In disc golf.
I'm just glad you did it.
in
Ask
disc
before I
golf,
did because
Paul
I was about
Macbeth
to.
did it.
Paul Macbeth copied Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I'm saying in disc golf.
Go
Paul
copies
Macbeth
go.
did it. But yes, Tiger Woods. Okay. That TW
Yeah,
is
I
sweet,
just
though.
like. Yeah, I just like I don't know. I just am waiting for something different. I would
Fresh.
say.
Yeah.
It's hard to say like.
I mean, we could.
It's hard to say what would be different. Like everyone's kind of gone the initials way. Like to have something different come out now would be interesting. Like I don't even know what you would do as a logo because we're so attuned to people.
Ella Hansen, a bagel, and then I'm sold.
I would buy that so hard.
Like an Andrew Marweed just cookie. Like
Oh, yeah.
he really should play for Clash and have a cookie, like with the bite taken out of it. And, yeah, that'd be sick.
He would perform so much better than not perform. He as far as disc golf, but like so much easier to market Clash disc than DGA.
Yeah, fully agree.
Man, I'm trying to think. We should just do an entire. I'm scrolling through my brain. We're gonna do an episode where we're just gonna break down everybody's
Ooh.
logo, and then we're gonna tier list them.
Possible next draft?
Next draft, or we do a tier list.
I think
And we
tier
rate
list will be easier, but
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
we do have to think about what
Or
our
we
next draft
bring
is
and
gonna
draw
be.
our own logos, and you have to draw them by hand, and then you can see how much of a kindergarten
Yep.
my drawing
Yours
skills
is
are.
hot. Yours is some hot cross buns.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You know what? I have it. Here's what we're gonna do. This is what our next draft is gonna be. We are going to draft a distance driver, a fairway driver, a mid, and a putter. And then we're going to take that to the course and film a video for you all.
Ooh, and then do yeah. We need
Where
to,
we
need to
play-
get on that door disc
Where
page,
we
man.
play with the discs that we drafted.
No,
I wanna do
okay,
bags.
good. Okay, I mean,
Let's
I
just do a bag swap.
Am I gonna have to do? Am I gonna have to pick a soft magnet now? Is that just gonna have to be what it is?
Yes.
It might be. It might be.
Okay, real quick, you guys gotta buy or sell my take, and then we're gonna get out of here because we're
Oh,
crossing
I'm
the
sorry.
arms there.
I'm selling. I think that they're. No, wait. I know I'm buying because I think they're all really lame as well.
Yeah, I'm buying as well.
Okay. So Ella, get a bagel, and then you will be the number one logo
Yeah.
in disc golf.
For us, for sure.
Low bar.
Well, we've reached the unhinged happy hour portion of this episode. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna keep steamrolling some ideas here for some videos. Hopefully, bring you some more content to the Door Disc Golf page. Be sure to head over to doordiscgolf.com to find all of your disc golf needs. We are powered by Door Disc Golf. We will catch you on the next
and
one.
buy all my used discs. Yeah, when they get uploaded.
There you go. Use this selection going up. Do you guys have anything else to add?
No, that was
There's
my
no
only
spoilers in
thing.
live sports.
No
OTB
spoilers in
Open
live
coming up
sports.
soon. No spoilers in live sports.
Take it easy. We will catch you on the next one.